no finish, them won't fight us. If them they run, them no fit catch up. I know they from say too righteous. No come they from say you too like us. They no get it time, but they hate and they bad energy. Got my mind on my money. Make you dance like broccoli. Steady clean like broccoli. Steady on my grind, no one hear what they want telling me.
Hello, welcome back to my channel Lomzy Sews. In today's sewing tutorial, I'll be showing you how I made this two-piece wrapper and deep cowl neckline with bell sleeve. If that's what you want to watch, then continue watching till the end to see how I made it. I'm going to divide this tutorial into two. To make this, I'll be using 4 yards of fabric. I'll use 2 yards for the wrapper and then 2 yards for the cowl neck top. So I'm going to cut out 2 yards. As you can see, what I have here is chiffon. You can use satin to make this. You can use crepe. You can use duchess. Any of those fabric will be good for it. So I'm going to cut out 2 yards from this for the wrapper. I have here 2 yards of fabric. If you're on the plus size, you can decide to use 2 yards and quarter. If you're on the plus size, you can use 2.5 yards for your wrapper. To make the wrapper, you can decide to make it a skirt wrapper, or you can just decide for it to just be a wrapper only, meaning you will not close the center front. But if you want to make it a skirt wrapper, then we are going to close the center front. So also for the center front, if you want to have a slit on yours, you can decide from the hem up to like 10 inches. You will leave like 10 inches for the slit. Then from there you can close like 15 inches, meaning in total you're going to close like 25 inches. I hope you can understand. So now I'll go to my machine and I'm going to leave from the hem to somewhere here, which is 10 inches, and I'm going to sew 1 inch sewing allowance up to 25 inches, and then I will close the other side. In fact, let's go to the machine and do this. This is it. After sewing it, I went ahead and hemmed the upper part and the lower part. So as you can see where the wrapper started. So the lower part would be like a skirt. As you can see the slits we made for the lower part. So for the upper part where you put the rope for the wrapper, you can decide to add rope to your wrapper. All you need to do is just fold from the fabric from your wrapper material. You cut out like 5 inches and you use it as a rope for your wrapper. But I don't want to add a rope to this wrapper, so I'm going to leave it like that. So this is all for the skirt part, the wrapper part. So we're going over to the cowl neck top. For the cow neck top, I'm going to be using this pattern. In my last, I made a cow neck top, cow neck dress the last time. That last time, what I did was to cut out from the armhole. I cut out from the armhole and opened it up and made that cow neck dress. But this time around, I'm going to use another method to make the cow neck. But I'm still going to maintain the bodice block that I used for that particular cow neck dress. So nothing serious, I didn't change anything, it's just the same thing. As you can see, this is it. This is the back. It's from the back that I used to cut the front. So basically this is it. I just reduced it. Instead of it to be a dress, I made it into a top. So decide wherever you want your top to stop. So the next thing I will do now is to decide how deep I want the neckline of the cow neckline to be. If you want it to drop as lower as below your armhole, or if you want it to drop on your waistline, wherever, you decide whatever you want, and you're going to use that length to do your v-neck. So I want to drop mine on the armhole, so I'm going to make a v neck on the armhole like this. So if you want it to drop lower than this, you can come down lower, however you want it. But if I cut it on the armhole, it's going to drop like 2 or 3 inches down. So if you want it to drop further, you come down 3 inches, anyhow you want it. So I don't want it to pass this length, so I'm going to use my armhole length. Go ahead and cut this out. Next, remember this is a cow neck, so I'm going to make a slash and spread. For me to do that, just divide this into 3 places, or you don't necessarily need to do anything serious. I'm just going to mark a line like this, just mark a line that I'm going to slash and spread later. Connect another third one to the armhole. So I'm going to slash this open and spread it out. So this is how much I want to spread it out. If you want to spread it more, you can go ahead and spread it more. As you can see, the legs are passing, but that doesn't matter. So I'll go ahead and square this line out. Can you see? So the next thing I would do, I like to add my facing to it. It helps it to cover up very well. So we're going to fold this like this. I'm going to cut this out. So you can decide to, I like to notch this place so that you know where the shoulder will stop. So you notch here. Okay, it's not notching very well, so you notch it here to know where the shoulder stops. So you can decide to reduce this lining. This is the lining now, so you can decide to reduce it because this is really long. You can also come down to this place because this is just the lining. So this is it for the cow neck. I'll go ahead and cut this out on my fabric. So this is the pattern for the front, and we're going to cut this out on the fabric. So this is where I'll be stopping for today's tutorial because the video is too long and it was proving too hard for me to export. So I'm going to stop here and we're going to continue in the next part. Make sure you don't miss any of this tutorial so that you'll be able to catch up with everything. As you can see how deep this neckline is. Can you guys see? So this is me trying to couple everything, but the video is too long. I'm going to stop here. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.